You've been told your whole life that oats are the ultimate heart-healthy superfood. You eat them to lower your cholesterol. You eat them to lose weight. You eat them because you're trying to be good to your body. But what if I told you that the way 90% of people prepare their oatmeal is actually turning this superfood into a metabolic grenade? I'm talking about a specific set of mistakes that turn your healthy breakfast into an inflammatory trigger that spikes your insulin, clouds your brain, and actually forces your body to lock fat around your midsection. If you are doing even one of these four things, that bowl of oats isn't unclogging your arteries, it's silently sabotaging your metabolism. And mistake number 3? It's something almost everyone does the moment they decide to eat clean. Let's fix this right now.
Mistake number 1, the carb stacking catastrophe. The first mistake is arguably the most dangerous because it feels so virtuous while you're doing it. It's called carb stacking. Here is the cold, hard reality check. Even though oats contain protein and fiber, strictly speaking, they are a carbohydrate. Now picture your typical morning routine. You take a cup of oats. That's a carb. You cook it in oat milk. That is essentially liquefied carbs. Then, to make it taste good, you slice up a banana, another dense carb. And finally, you drizzle honey or maple syrup over the top. That is pure, concentrated sugar. You haven't made a balanced meal, you have built a glucose bomb. When you eat this combination, your digestive system doesn't see fiber or vitamins. It sees a massive, rapid influx of sugar hitting your bloodstream all at once. Your pancreas panics. It floods your system with insulin, the storage hormone, to manage that dangerous sugar spike. This leads to 2 immediate problems. First, fat storage. When insulin is high, fat burning is biochemically impossible. You are essentially flipping a switch that tells your body, stop burning energy, store everything as fat. Second, the crash. You know that feeling at 10:30 or 11 a.m. you felt great after breakfast, but now you feel shaky, brain-fogged, and suddenly starving again? That isn't a lack of willpower. That's what we call a rebound crash. Your blood sugar goes up too fast, then your body overreacts and drops it too low. And what do you crave when you crash? More sugar. It's a vicious cycle that starts with your healthy breakfast. I'm genuinely curious, how many of you get that shaky, hungry feeling 2 hours after eating oatmeal? Let me know in the comments. I bet it's more common than you think. The fix here is simple chemistry. You cannot eat oats alone. You must alter the absorption rate. You need to act like a food scientist. If you have oats, you must pair them with a high-quality fat and a protein. Throw in walnuts. Add a scoop of Greek yogurt. Mix in chia seeds. These act as brakes in your digestion, turning that sharp glucose spike into a gentle, sustained wave of energy.
The second mistake happens before you even open your pantry. It happens in the grocery aisle. The food industry loves to sell you convenience. They package oats in cute little envelopes labeled instant or quick cooking. They come in flavors like maple brown sugar or apple cinnamon. Listen to me carefully. Instant is industry code for pre-digested. To make those oats cook in 60 seconds, the manufacturer has steamed them, rolled them razor thin, and often partially pre-cooked them. They have done all the heavy lifting your stomach is supposed to do. When you eat rolled or instant oats, especially those flavored packets, you are essentially eating oatmeal that has already been broken down for you. This shoots the glycemic index through the roof. It hits your bloodstream faster than table sugar. And that's before we even talk about the hidden ingredients. Turn that packet over right now. Look at the label. You will often find sugar listed as the second ingredient. You'll see maltodextrin, corn syrup solids, and artificial flavorings. Statistically, Over 70% of instant oat products contain added sugars. You are eating a dessert and calling it breakfast. If you want the benefits of oats, the cholesterol-lowering beta-glucan, the gut health, you need the fiber structural integrity to be intact. You want steel-cut oats or thick whole oat groats. Yes, they take longer to cook. That is the point. Because they take work to cook in the pot, they take work to digest in your gut. That means you stay full for 4 hours instead of 1. If you have those packets with the dinosaur eggs or the strawberries already inside, throw them out. You are better off eating a candy bar. At least the candy bar isn't lying to you about being healthy.
Mistake number 3, the portion distortion effect. This third mistake is the silent killer of weight loss goals. It usually happens when people decide to diet and swap their morning toast for oatmeal. Psychologically, we view oats as a safe food. We think we can eat as much as we want because it's good for us. So, instead of having one slice of whole grain bread, which might be 80 to 100 calories, you pour a massive bowl of oats, maybe 7 or 8 tablespoons of dry oats. Then you cook it, and it expands into a mountain of food. You eat it all. Without realizing it, you have just consumed 3 or 4 times the carbohydrate load of that slice of bread you were trying to avoid. Oats are incredibly calorie-dense. They are healthy, yes, but the dose makes the poison. If you are sedentary, if you sit at a desk all day, your body simply does not need 600 calories of carbohydrates sitting in your stomach at 8 a.m. It has nowhere to go. So your liver converts that excess energy into triglycerides. For most people looking to manage their weight, the health halo around oats causes them to unknowingly overeat massive portions. A real metabolic serving size? It's likely much smaller than you think. 2 to 3 tablespoons of dry oats, when cooked and bulking up with water or milk, is a sufficient portion. Especially if you are adding those nuts and seeds we talked about earlier to boost the nutrient density. Be honest with yourself for a second. Do you actually measure your oats, or do you just pour until the bowl looks full? If you're just pouring, try measuring tomorrow. You might be shocked at the difference.
Mistake number 4, the invisible mistake. This is for everyone who eats oats and feels bloated, heavy, or uncomfortable afterward, but ignores it because fiber creates gas, right? No. It might not be the fiber, it might be the hidden gluten. Now, science tells us that oats are naturally gluten-free. That is a botanical fact. However, in the real world of industrial agriculture, oats are almost never grown alone. They're often grown in fields right next to wheat, barley, and rye. They're harvested with the same combines, they're processed in the same factories on the same conveyor belts. The cross-contamination rate for commercial oats is massive. If you have celiac disease or even just non-celiac gluten sensitivity, eating standard, cheap oats can trigger the exact same immune response as eating a bagel. This can make your gut lining more leaky. Think of your gut like a tight filter. With the wrong trigger, that filter becomes loose. Now, tiny particles that should stay inside your gut can slip through into your bloodstream. This can lead to inflammation, brain fog, joint pain, water retention, and even skin flare-ups in some people. You are eating oats to heal your gut, but the hidden cross-contamination is actively damaging it. If you feel bloated or foggy after your morning bowl, this is likely why. The fix is easy, but you have to be vigilant. You must look for the certified gluten-free label. Do not assume, verify. If the package does not explicitly say it, assume it has been contaminated by wheat. For a few extra cents, you save yourself hours of bloating and systemic inflammation. So let's re-engineer your tomorrow morning. We aren't banning oats, we are upgrading them from a glucose bomb to a metabolic weapon. First, you are going to switch to steel-cut or thick-rolled oats, no more instant packets. Second, you are going to measure a modest portion, about 3 tablespoons dry.
Third, you are going to cook them with water or a low-carb liquid like almond milk. And crucially, you're going to fortify them. You will add healthy fats like chia seeds or crushed walnuts. You will add protein like Greek yogurt or a scoop of clean protein powder. And for sweetness, you'll use fresh berries, which have a low glycemic impact and high antioxidants. Starting tomorrow, your breakfast stops being a sugar spike that leaves you tired by noon. It becomes a slow-burning fuel source that protects your heart, heals your gut, and keeps your energy laser-focused all day long. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to know exactly which other health foods in your pantry are actually lying to you, subscribe to the channel right now. We are dismantling the nutritional myths one by one so you can take back control of your health. Your breakfast should work for you, not against you. I'll see you in the next video.